Hey folks, this is David Smith at Correctional Officer Lifestyle coming to you today with another video in the series Stupid Things I've Seen at Work. This has nothing to do with inmates. I was assigned to internal security one night. I was doing my outside building checks and fence check, and when I got done at the training building, the dogs in the canine area were raising pure sand. I thought they were barking at me. Shined a flashlight over there. They didn't stop barking. So I decided I'd walk over there and check and investigate and see what they were barking at. Now, when I was on internal security, I very rarely went over and checked the canine area because I didn't want the dogs raising sand at night. They needed to be able to sleep. And I knew the canine sergeant and the canine officer were very good about leaving the dogs in the best way possible. So I knew I didn't have to really do much of nothing, but they just wouldn't hush that night. They would not be quiet no matter what. They were just raising sand. So I wanted to go find out what the deal was. I walked over there. The kennels are under a cover. It's basically a hallway through a building with the kennels inside the building, and there's a little run inside the building. Well, I shined my flashlight in that run, and there was a rabbit who had taken up residence inside that run, and every one of those hounds wanted that rabbit, and they wanted that rabbit in the worst way. And that rabbit had zero cares to give. He was just as happy as anything to stay right there in the middle of that because he was under a cover. He was under cover. And he apparently knew that the dogs couldn't get to him because he was perfectly content. He didn't even run when I shined a flashlight on him. That's how happy that rabbit was. So that has nothing to do with inmates, but that's just something funny that I saw at work one night and I thought I'd share with you. Alright, if you liked the video, make sure you hit the like button. You want to see more, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications when I post new videos, and hit me with some comments, folks. Let me know what you're thinking. Engage with me. As always, there is no place for domestic violence in this world. If you know the victim of a domestic violence situation, or you are the victim of a domestic violence situation, 1-800-799-SAFE. 1-800-799-7233. That is the domestic violence hotline. The people at the other end of that telephone call have the tools, abilities, resources, and they are willing to help the victims of domestic violence. If you know that the violence is ongoing, there's another number you need to call. It's 911. Get some help. Okay? If you know the aggressor in a domestic violence situation, say something to somebody. The worst thing you can do is nothing. And if you are the aggressor, there's help for you too. First, admit you need it. Second, ask for it. Now, there are consequences for your actions. You might not come out of it unscathed, but I promise you'll come out of it better. All right, that's all I got for this video. I will see you guys in the next one.